Welcome to The Coffee Grind with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Travis Vaselka. I'm the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and with me is my co-host.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Randy Skinner. I serve on the Chamber Board of Directors, and as a member, I represent Denton County Friends of the Family.
And you're watching the Chamber Coffee Grind. You're recording live from the DentonRadio.com studio inside of the Discover Denton Welcome Center on the historic downtown Denton Square. And we're here to keep you up to date with what's happening in the business community, highlighting featured initiatives and events from the Denton Chamber of Commerce. And today we're going to be talking about two events that happen concurrently here in Denton. One is the Denton Holiday Lighting Festival, and the other being Wasel Weekend. And so we have reps from both of those beautiful organizations.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I like it. It is.
Yeah, that's it.
Kathy Glasschrader and Kate Linus. So welcome, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
So let's
Introductions.
start. Introductions. So how would you like to introduce
Who are
yourselves?
you?
Who are you?
Who am I? Well, I'm Kathy Glasschrader. I serve on the board for Denton Main Street Association. We do plan the Wasel Fest, and we work with a holiday lighting group to make sure it's a big fun weekend.
Yeah, awesome.
But when your day job, tell us
My
your
day job. I do have a day job.
Yes.
I have an insurance agency, Glasschrader Agency, here in town, and pretty much an independent, do just about anything.
Yeah.
And chamber member.
And chamber member,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Shout
A
out.
proud chamber member.
Yes.
That's right.
And Kate?
So, my day job, I am Director of Administration for the County Judge. So I get to work here on the square.
The best
historic-
office in town.
In the
Lucky
courthouse.
girl.
In the courthouse. Come see me, because it's a lot of fun for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I am past chair for Holiday Lighting Festival Association, and I've been on the board for since 2011. So I went the first time just to, complain a little bit, and I got on the board.
They're like, hey, you need to be involved.
Yeah, and then became an officer. So that's the way to do it. But I'm also a Main Street Association member
Yes.
and a chamber member,
Yeah.
and want to be very active. Love being in town.
Yes.
And a Rotarian.
And a Rotarian.
And a Rotarian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to
Shout out to all of our
That's
Rotarians.
right.
Y'all are some very involved and active folk. I like it. And so for those who don't know, the event kicks off on Friday this week.
Yes.
And it'll roll into Saturday.
Yes.
It's like, so a lot of times I think people get Wasel and holiday lighting confused as if they're the same thing, and they are not, people. They're different. It takes so many people to make this event happen. In fact, it's two totally separate organizations,
Yeah.
but coming together
But come
to
together, yeah.
collaborate.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Make a really good event.
yes, a Denton holiday weekend.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is.
Yeah. So, well, just because we're in this order now, so tell us a little bit about how. Nope, let me flip that since this started first. Tell us how
Yes.
the Holiday Lighting Festival began.
Okay.
If you can.
Oh, sure. I know all the history of it because, that's kind of what I do. It started in 88 where a lot of the merchants around the downtown square knew that they were starting to have some of the business go out to the brand new Golden Triangle Mall.
Yep.
And so that was really funny. As we think about it now, that this is where it's all happening. But in the 80s, it wasn't. And
Right.
so they wanted this to be holiday. So the first year, they raised enough money to light 3 of the pecan trees. And the second year, they raised more money, and they ran ads in the newspaper, and it's just grown from there. So it's been going on for 30 years. This is our
Wow.
30th annual Holiday Lighting
Yes,
Festival.
and it is now
Yeah.
like a multi-generational family tradition.
Yes, absolutely. We get, last year we estimate we had probably 15 to 17,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have people come back. They say, I remember coming to this when I was in college. I bring my kids, my grandkids,
Yeah.
So we've got people all generations. It is so much fun. And we've grown from being all nonprofits to having for-profit, nonprofit vendors, musicians. A lot of the school groups come in. We've got dancing. We've got food trucks. We've got Santa. You got to come for Santa and
Of
the horse
course.
rides.
Yes.
And so all of this is taking place on the historic downtown
It
square.
takes on the square. Our footprint has actually grown a little bit because included the St. Andrew Presbyterian Church.
Uh-huh.
They offer us use of their parking lot, so
That's
you can
fantastic.
park there. But also they have some events that go on in the church, and they have service, but they also have their handbell choir and some other things.
Oh, neat.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then we also have the First United Methodist Church, and they have their Bethlehem night on that same evening, and they've got animals that you can go and pet, and they do a youth
Oh, wow.
fundraiser, and it starts from 4 to 7. Our event is we light the tree at 6, and everybody gathers about 5:30. We get
Yeah.
some speeches and Santa Claus, and
Yep.
they light the tree about 6, and then it goes on until 8 when we have our spectacular with all kinds of wonderful musicians. David Pierce puts together with some of our
Yeah.
local Denton musicians. We've got Bonnie Norris and Bubba
my-
Hernandez.
Yeah.
And Paul Slavens is going to be reading 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Oh, fun.
So
yeah.
fun.
And so just bring everybody, and it's a lot of fun because not only do we have that, but we also have Wasel Fest.
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
And so now let's talk about the Wasel
Yes.
weekend
Tell us
stuff.
all about the Wasel.
All about the
First of all,
Wasel.
what is Wasel? I think people need to
Well.
know. The people need to know.
The history of Wasel started way back in the 5th century in England.
Oh, that's ancient.
Yes. I wasn't there. Wasel is like a mulled cider. And back then, well, some people still do put various wines in it.
Yeah.
It's the base of it is apple cider, different various spices and things like that, fruits, different
Very
things to make
warming
it.
beverage.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's served warm. All of yeah,
It's like a curated apple cider.
It
It's
is.
That's fun.
fancier than
Yeah.
apple cider.
It
you know?
is. It's pretty tasty. It's
It
pretty
is
sweet.
tasty.
And it's really interesting to see how everybody, does their own
Interpretation.
interpretation
Yeah.
of it. And some of them are very different.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I can recall one that had waffles involved,
Oh my goodness.
and so that was a lot of fun.
I had one
like
that
literally
had red
a waffle.
hots, like the candy.
Yeah, red
I
hots
had
for the
that
cinnamon.
One. Wine
Yeah.
Squared always has wine in this.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Like,
This will be our 20th year to do it.
That's
and
incredible.
when does
Yeah.
Wasel start?
The Wasel will start getting served about 5:30, and they'll serve
On
it till
Friday.
On Friday,
Okay.
and they'll serve it till about 8 or until they run out.
Yeah.
Which happens. And then it'll pick up again on Saturday, and it'll start at 1 o'clock and go until about 4:30. And then there'll be some online voting.
Yes.
The voting is all online this year. So you'll see at each of the Wasel stops, there'll be hashtag, whatever the merchant is. You can go on Facebook or Instagram and enter your hashtag vote, or you can go to the DentonMainStreet.org website and do the drop down to vote for your favorite Wasel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what does a winner of the Wasel Award
Wasel
get?
winner.
Well, the
Say that 3 times.
They
fast.
yeah.
the Wasel Award
That
winner.
was very hard to get out.
Well, we usually we'll have a Wasel King or Queen. That's like the main
fantastic,
winner. They
yeah.
get a beautiful crown that they can display in their store.
Yep.
And the
And bragging
runners
rights.
up and bragging rights. And the runners up will have sashes.
Fun.
Yes.
And those awards are announced what time?
They'll be announced after 4:30 on
On
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh,
Perfect.
that's quick. That's a good turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
it's both days, right?
It's both days, yeah.
Yeah.
But you count all of the awards for both days. There's
Absolutely.
not a Friday and then a Saturday.
Nope, both
Right.
days.
So how does one, if you've never been to Wasel before and you want to explain, so like how does somebody participate in the Wasel tasting?
Good question. Well, when you start out on Friday night, you'll go around, and the reason this kind of started was to draw people into these stores because that's
Right.
kind of our mission at Denton Main Street. So. There will be Wasel stops at each of the store locations. There's about 45 locations this year.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so they'll all have a big sign in their window, and you'll be able to stop in there and have a little taste of Wasel, and then move on to the next one. By
Yeah.
the time you're done, you've had so much Wasel, you're rolling in Wasel.
So you essentially
to your
just show
eyeballs.
up. I mean,
Yeah, just show up. Yeah,
It's a free event.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just
Yes.
show up
and come out on Saturday too, because we're going to have entertainers. There's going to be music all day. There'll be music coming from the studio here. There'll be music strolling around. There'll be some music on the other side. So yeah, come out on Saturday.
It's a
too.
really good opportunity to browse inside all the stores.
Absolutely.
That's a really fun thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to get everybody going the same direction. Like,
Oh yeah.
That does not happen, by the way. But what's
goes all
nice
directions.
is
It
on
does go all
Friday
directions.
night we close all the streets off,
Yes.
so you can
Right.
walk anywhere you need to.
Yeah.
Just do not park your car on the
Yeah.
square.
you will
It'll
be
get stuck.
shamed.
yeah,
Stuck
It'll
and
be
shamed.
stuck.
Publicly
Yeah.
shamed.
Somebody always does it. They don't
Yeah.
get the memo, and like you see
Right.
it posted on Facebook, like
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
left their car.
Yeah.
Well, that's
if you
why-
don't believe me, then just look at some of the old photos where we've got all the crowds like standing on the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't want that to happen, move your car.
You
to
wouldn't
a
even be
park
able to
on.
get your car out if you wanted to.
No,
Even if you tried.
we reserve the right to decorate it.
That's
Yeah.
right. It'll be all decorated for
Holiday
Christmas.
decorated for
It's a
Christmas.
found object now.
Yeah.
Every year there's this wonderful time when everybody is counting down to the lighting of the tree. So
Yes.
that's kind of the
Yes.
big highlight, of course.
That is.
So let's hear more about this.
Okay.
Should
so
we practice? Just kidding.
A
Okay,
countdown.
we can practice the countdown, but I can't do the singing because
yes.
when we've got the Denton Community Band up there
Mm-hmm.
starting to do all of their wonderful Christmas carols and everything, and the Denton Record Chronicle will do a publication with all of the words, so you don't have to remember them, because Carol Lynn likes to do all the choruses.
Oh wow,
Okay.
like thorough.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
very thorough, and the band's been around for like 40 years, so this is tradition as
Yeah.
well. But we'll start counting down, and Santa and the winner of the coloring contest at the Denton Record Chronicle has been chosen and notified.
Yeah.
And so the winner and Santa will all flip the switch, and the lights will come on to the Lee Walker holiday tree. And this year we have a new tree. The other one reached its lifespan, let us say.
And that happens.
Yeah, and it it was 25 years old, and so the tree was in worse shape. And so the county has now planted a new one, and it's going to grow and it's going to be beautiful. But
Yes.
it's all lit up, and we've had the lights are tested at night, and I've had so many comments about, oh, the tree looks so good, it looks so good.
Yeah.
So it'll be really nice.
That's
So-
exciting.
And
I
the
love
tree
it.
will grow.
Awesome.
So
Oh yeah.
So do not worry
Yeah.
for those of you that don't like change. It will grow.
It will
it's
grow.
gonna be
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
We're
And
gonna
it's-
make it.
Yeah, and it's still called the Lee Walker tree.
Oh,
and I don't
good.
know if you guys know who Lee Walker was. She was the first woman elected to Commissioner's Court, and she was commissioner for Precinct 3. And so this was back in, she ran for 3 different terms, and so this was in the 80s that she was elected. And then when she died of cancer in 92, the Commissioner's Court said, yes, let's dedicate this tree to Lee Walker's
That's
memory.
amazing.
That's
so
beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
still the Lee Walker tree, even though it's a new plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Oh.
It's planted in her
Yes.
memory.
In
Yes.
yeah,
honor.
so it's really neat to recognize
That's
just
beautiful.
the longevity
Yeah.
of people in Denton, and so yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yes.
That's awesome. And what else might people not know about the holiday lighting that needs to be shared?
It is not a city event.
That's a good one.
So this is serious, that the city of Denton and Denton County both give a great deal of funds and in-kind help.
Yep.
But this is all put on by a volunteer board.
Yes.
We work from February through the event into December, because we then have to nominate for the next year. If you want to be a board member, come on.
They're recruiting. What a fun board to be a part of.
my
though.
yes.
I mean,
It really is. We do a lot. So it's all put on by donations. We do get the hotel occupancy tax grant. We have to apply for that, and we have been very, very lucky to be able to get that. But we have some other wonderful sponsors. Our title sponsor is First State Bank, and
Fantastic.
they have been our title sponsor. This is their 3rd year, and we're so excited. But we have some other ones like Little Guys Movers. A brand new one this year is Favor. I don't know what they
Oh,
do,
sure,
but
food
they
the
delivery.
delivery service.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they did it. Denton Media Company, which is the Denton Record Chronicle,
Yeah.
Gun Nissan, North Central Texas College, and so many other businesses. Go on our website or Facebook.
That's great. Yeah, it's a
and,
good
and
community
support
event.
all the locals, because
Yes.
this is all done by locals.
Absolutely.
And we'll take any kind of donation. We take $10, $1, $100, anything that
It's
you
all
guys want
helpful.
to do, and volunteers. It's all put on by volunteers, because we don't have a staff. We don't have merchants that have their staff.
Right.
It's just a bunch of civic-minded people that want to do this.
That's great.
So it's fun.
And how about holiday lighting? Not
Wasel.
holiday. Wasel weekend. My bad.
Awesome.
Any other last kind of extra info that you want folk to know about?
Not really. I mean,
Touched on everything?
We're going to have. You don't have to if you're thinking about what to do for cups. You don't have to worry about cups.
That's a good
We
one.
do have some cups for sale.
point.
We'll have those that night and on Saturday as well for $5. You can get a little Wasel shot cup.
They're
Yep.
so cute.
Collectible.
They
Yes.
really are.
Yes. So come by our tables. We're going to have a table on, of course, the Welcome Center side, and then we'll have a table on the other side as well.
And that'll help with like trash situations and all
Yes.
the disposable
Absolutely.
cups and things. And we like to save the
Yes.
environment.
Keep Denton
Exactly.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good plug. Yes, thank you.
Hey,
Shout
I have another plug.
Yeah.
So this is a whole holiday weekend.
It is.
Because
right.
we start on Friday night with the Holiday Lighting Festival and Wasel. But we also on Saturday morning have the Friends of the Family is doing their second annual
Yes.
Holiday Express
Yes.
Yes.
through the A Train with Santa
DCTA.
and
Shout out to
DCTA.
DCTA, our transportation sponsor.
They are a fantastic sponsor. And then having Wasel as well on Saturday.
Walking
just
over
all
to
spills
Wasel.
out into each other.
Yeah. And then the following weekend, we have the reindeer romp with the
Yep.
city of Denton. So,
Yeah.
I mean, really, this is like 10 days of holiday.
Oh, yeah.
And last week, we had the first holiday shopping thing. So, with this, it really is. This is small town, wonderful hometown
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
come out and enjoy all the fun.
Yes.
So,
It really is, yeah. So it's Denton's done a great job of making it a whole holiday.
We've got the charm.
holiday week,
Yes,
really, like
it
2
really
weekends in a
is.
row. So
yeah.
This is great. I hope everybody takes advantage of all these tied together events.
And if you need more info, the calendar at discoverdenton.com is
Yes.
the
Right.
calendar to go to because
Yes.
they list all of this.
they have
They sure
everything
do.
you need to know.
Everything.
But essentially, just show up for Wasel
Yeah,
and
just
holiday
show
lighting.
up. Have a
Step
good time.
one.
Yes. And it's free.
Bring your
Yes.
kids.
Yeah, bring your kids, bring your grandparents.
Yeah, it's very
bring
family
everybody.
friendly.
Yeah.
Um,
Carpool, don't try and park here.
Yeah.
You can get all kinds of
Uber.
shopping done.
Uber. There you go.
as long as you remind your Uber driver, they too cannot go through the barricades.
Yes.
They don't get special licenses to go through those things.
No.
All righty. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll come back to you. But we're going to go through some upcoming events. All right. So starting on November 29th, the Center for Women in Business at Texas Women's University is going to be wrapping up one of their training and micro grant program instances, let's call it. And so on November 29th, starting at 5:30 over at Stoke, they're going to be talking about different forms of business insurance. So if you're thinking about starting up your business and you need to know what kinds of business insurance you need to have, we'll have Jeff King from Ramey King Insurance out to talk about that. And then there's another one following in part of this series, but we'll get to that after this one.
Then WINC, which is the Women in Commerce Initiative that's affiliated with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, they will have their December event on December 4th at 4:30. That's 4:30 to 7:30. It's at Wine Square.
It starts at Wine Square.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's going to go around the whole entire square, almost all the square.
Let me help you
You're
out on
going to
this.
shop. Okay, they're going to pop into a couple of different shops. So
Yeah.
we've got various shops participating. How many are participating?
Well, it's growing, but it's probably like 3 at the moment.
Okay, so you're going to go to Palm Tree Boutique, Denton Trading Company, and Wine Squared, and then there may be one or
And
two
JT
others.
Clothiers.
JT Clothier. So it's like right there on the corner, really easy for you. So you got to register though, and you can do that at denton-chamber.org. There is limited space, and all of the WINC events have been selling out. So if you guys have not registered, it's still open currently.
It is, yes.
Okay, so you've still got a little bit more time, but December 4th, that's next week.
Yes.
So
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
y'all should do that this week.
Yeah, the way
Okay.
that this got started was from the Women in Commerce luncheon in October, and we had a really good turnout for that. And some of the vendors in our marketplace were like, "Well, we'd like to invite you to kind of a private little shopping experience." And so
Oh,
several
nice.
of the vendors here from the square got kind of looped in. So
That's so
JT's is on the
exciting.
corner, Palm
That is
Trees
cool.
down one, Denton Trading Company and Wine Squared are right over there. So it makes for a nice traveling shopping experience.
And you can go like throughout the time, right? Like you just go pop in. That's kind of the idea. It's not
Yes.
like we're all going as a group.
No, you don't have to go as a group. You go to whichever ones you want to. However,
You could just stay at Wine Squared if you wanted.
if you wanted to, it'd be good to pop into the shops though.
I know JT's and Palm Tree both have some new stuff out. So
They do,
yeah,
all the
y'all
time.
should
Yeah, and Denton Trading Company is just so cute. It's
So
got so many
cute.
neat things.
Really
Yes.
good gift ideas.
Very.
It's a really good place to go for someone that you're like, I never know what to get this person, because
You'll
they'll have
find
something
something.
kind of random, I feel like, in there.
Right.
Good random.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then the other series, part of the series from the Center for Women in Business, is happening on December 6th, and this one is focused on setting goals and marketing your business with Heather Steele, the owner of Blue Steel Solutions, and she'll go over all kinds of marketing strategies, the marketing funnel, conversion, CRM tracking, all kinds of stuff. So if all of that is a mystery to you and you want to get your business kind of up and running, this would be a great workshop to attend. Again, at Stoke, starting at 5:30. And if you want to register for these, I believe they have an Eventbrite set up for that, but you can find it through both the Center for Women in Business website as well as the Denton Chamber website.
And then next week we have December 7th at 11:30 our quarterly membership luncheon with the Chamber. This is one of the larger events and the last big one of the year. Okay. So December 7th, it's sponsored by ServPro. It will be held at Spring Hill Suites. And we have a couple of other sponsors: Access Bank, DATCU, First United Bank, Haysbury, James Wood, Medical City, North Texas Athletics, and Texas Health Presbyterian are all making this possible. There is still availability, so you can choose to purchase a ticket or a table. There's still table available?
Yep.
Awesome. So you could get a whole table if you wanted. And that is December 7th. So again, if you have not registered, you want to make sure that you do that probably this week, because
We
that
have-
event will sell out as
We
well.
have maybe like less than 50 seats still available.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty, then we have our December membership mixer that's happening on December 11th. That's a Tuesday. Usually it's on Thursdays. This time it's on a Tuesday. Starting at 5, it'll be at Point Bank up on Carroll Boulevard. And if anybody has met Lisa Cave, she is the gal about town. She knows everybody. But she's with Point Bank, and she requested that this be an ugly sweater holiday party.
That's awesome.
And it's
So-
at Point Bank?
It's at Point
Okay.
Bank on Carroll, yes. So bring your gaudiest, funniest,
awesome.
most ugly Christmas sweater. I mean, true to form. And
Our thrift store, Upscale Resale, over off Dallas Drive,
Yes.
we've got a ton of ugly sweaters in.
That's great. You can go
So
to
you can
Upscale
Stop by, support, find a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Then we have Grace Like Rain, which is a new nonprofit. They're doing their ribbon cutting December 12th. This will take place at a location off of Sundown Ranch at 4 o'clock on the 12th. And it's their official grand opening. So we would love for you to come out and learn more about Grace Like Rain and all that they're going to be doing in our community.
Yeah. And last but not least for December is on the 14th at 4 o'clock, Snelling Staffing Services will be having their ribbon cutting to celebrate their new location. And they'll have champagne bubbles available. So we'll do a fun toast and all kinds of stuff for them.
All kinds
and
of
that's
stuff.
And that's on a Friday, so don't worry. You can
You
head
can
out
have
of work and have
champagne.
champagne on a Friday.
Okay.
And that takes care of all of those announcements. All right, so
That's a lot of stuff happening
it
just right
is.
before the holidays.
it is, but luckily it's before the holidays.
Yeah.
and then you can
Right.
have those to
And then we all
yourselves.
shut down.
Until January. Yeah.
Till January.
Oh no, there's events that you have to go to, like the United Way and
Isn't that United Way's January, right?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Almost immediately pick it all back up.
my gosh.
So we like to ask our guests before we kind of close off the show our prepared fun question.
Fun question.
So we've narrowed it down to what's your favorite way of dentoning, or what was your first job? And they always yield really
pick
cool
one.
answers. So,
Okay.
Kathy, how about we start with you?
Sure. My first real job, aside from babysitting, was at Chuck E. Cheese. in the
Uh-huh.
game room.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I got to be Chucky once,
Oh.
and I never did it again.
That's enough.
That was a fun job, though.
That's good. I'm sure you brought a lot of fun times to
It was
the kids
fun.
there.
We had a
Yeah.
good
Oh my
time.
gosh.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about my first job then, because I have nothing to compare it to Chuck E. Cheese. Actually, my favorite thing to do in Denton is not something that everybody gets a chance to do.
Yeah.
But I get to go up into the clock tower at the courthouse on the square.
Yeah.
nice.
And that
That
is
is so
really,
cool.
really cool.
Yes.
So on occasion, the
fun.
Office of History and Culture has done a giveaway that they send off to one of the charities. So it's an auction item. Serve Denton has done that a couple of times. And so if you ever see that out and around, I got to tell you that going up into the clock tower,
really
that
neat.
is
Oh, that
fantastic.
would be so
You can
cool.
see It's amazing. You don't think about the downtown being on a hill,
Yeah.
but it really is, and you can see clear out north and
So
south.
far.
It
That's
is
incredible.
so amazing.
What a view.
Yeah. So when Wells Fargo building finally opens up on their restaurant,
Yep.
you got to go up there because it's one of the second
Yeah.
best.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
That'll
when
be
that
so
happens.
cool.
That'll
That
be
is
good.
awesome.
But yeah.
Very cool. That's a great instance. I love
Yes.
that.
That is
Thank y'all
awesome.
so much. Thank
Our
you for-
pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Come on out and see us Friday.
Yes,
it's going to
it's gonna
come
be
before
Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Get your Wasel and holiday lighting on.
Yeah, so come out by 5:30.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, thanks both of you. I want to thank our guests today, both Kathy and Kate, for coming in and talking about Wasel Weekend and the Denton Holiday Lighting Festival. We'd also like to thank DentonRadio.com for their
Yes.
support in the production of the Chamber Coffee Grind. Thank you, Jake. And for more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can check us out at www.denton-chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And remember to tune in every Wednesday at 10, except when there's a holiday around. But generally, it's a safe
We'll
bet.
be here next Wednesday.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.